I was, and I loved it. So it wasn't like playing linebacker was unfamiliar to me. It's just that it had been 40 years
Wow.
since I played tackle football. And let me tell you something. I don't know how old you are, Randy, but your bones get a little brittle.
Hi there, and welcome into a brand new week of Celebrity Salute, dedicated to the men and women who serve our country in active duty, our veterans and their families. We're here for you. God bless you. We love you. On each episode, we look for people and stories with some connection to these heroes. I'm Randy Miller. Actor Michael Chiklis is best known for his roles as LAPD Detective Vic Mackey on The Shield. You also know him from The Commish and as Ben Grimm, The Thing in Fantastic Four. He's been in so many great projects, and he's out with another one, brand new movie called The Senior. We are so happy to have Michael Chiklis join us here on Celebrity Salute. Michael, how are you doing?
I'm terrific, man. How are you?
Great. Angel Studios got you, huh? I tell you what, man, these guys are aggressive, and anything that comes down the pike with them, we're on it.
They're a pretty terrific group. It's the first time I've ever worked with them, and they're just, they're a distributor, right? So they didn't produce the movie, but they're distributing the movie, and they've done a terrific job with it, and they've been very collaborative and really, really smart, very forward-thinking. I like these guys a lot. They've been terrific.
Yeah, they're always great to talk to. And the storyline on this, I love it. A guy at 59 years old, Mike Flint, returns to college football to confront the past and change his future. And when you first read this, what'd you think about that?
Well, you laugh, you chuckle, because you can't help but chuckle a little bit, because when you hear it, it sounds absurd, right? But the guy did it. I mean, he did this. And then you meet Mike and you shake his hand and you go, oh, wow, you really did do this.
So this is a true story.
All right. Yeah, it's a true story. Well, when he was a senior in college, he messed up. His first week of his senior year in college, he was the captain of his football team. And he saw a freshman outside the door, and he told him he was supposed to get in. The guy said, get out of here, and they threw down. And he ended up breaking the kid's nose. And the next day he got thrown out of, not only out of off the team, but out of school, period. And he left in shame. He left with his tail between his legs. And 37 years later, he gets an invite in the mail for the, that's my dog. Sorry. For the class reunion, he gets an invite to the class reunion,
right? And
he thinks he's received it in error, and his wife is like, no, you need to go down there and get this off your back. They reached out for you. They wanted to see you. The boys miss you. So he went down there really to apologize. He went, to his alma mater to say sorry to these guys. And, and it was like time hadn't even gone by. They just reconnected. And while they were hanging out, they looked at him and they said, hey, man, you look like you could still run with him. And he said, well, I probably could, because he was a strength trainer at Texas A&M. And, he was just a really powerful guy. And they said, well, you're eligible. And he was like, I'm what? And he got it in his head that, hey, maybe if I try out for this team, if I can somehow make it, maybe I can help these kids that I don't even know yet in a way that I couldn't, that I messed up, and help them avoid it. Like be a mentor and a coach, almost like a playing coach. And it's just a wonderful story, and it's full of laughs and humor, but also, it's one of those movies. It's going to bring a tear to your eye, and you're going to feel good about life. It's just a great redemption story.
I love it.
I love sports films, man, and this is that kind of sports film.
The movie The Senior in theaters now. And the thing it kind of reminded me of a little bit, and first of all, these kids that are on the college team, the current college team, they're looking at you like, who's this old guy and what's he going to do?
Right.
Do they not know that you are the thing, and that it could be it could be clobbering time at any time?
Yeah, it's funny, when I first met all the boys, they they were super intimidated by me, and it wasn't. I don't think it was because of the thing. I think it was because of Vic Mackey and the Shield. I think they were worried about me a little. Then we had that scene. There's a scene where they make fun of me, and because I'm playing Rubber Band Man in my headphones.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
And that was like the second day of shooting, and we became a team on that day because we had so much fun laughing and everything. And there's nothing like laughter to bring people together. So
that's funny.
I had such a great time with those boys. They were fantastic. And they all played. All those guys played. I played football in high school. I was the captain.
You were the captain. Yeah, I was going to say you were the captain of your team in high school.
I was, and I loved it. So it wasn't like playing linebacker was unfamiliar to me. It's just that it had been 40 years.
Wow.
Since I played tackle football. And let me tell you something. I don't know how old you are, Randy, but your bones get a little brittle.
Well, and that's why I was so impressed watching the trailer. I'm like, is he really doing? I mean, I just turned 65, so I can't imagine. I can throw it. I can throw it football, but I can't even imagine. And you did all of your own stuff, huh?
All but like a handful of shots where I get my clock completely cleaned. But if I was initiating contact or giving equal contact, yeah, that's me.
Wow.
There were like a few shots where I get blindsided, and there was no need for me to do those, and thank God I didn't do those. I would have died.
You're like, I think it's lunchtime. Why don't you handle it?
Well, exactly. I'll tell you I'm sorry. The toughest part is just the recovery, man. The next day.
Right. Yeah. Well, it kind of reminded me, it brought back shades of Heaven Can Wait, if you know that movie. And I love, oh my gosh, I love that movie. And it was kind of, I don't know, it kind of gave me that same kind of feel.
Well, yeah, it's really in the tradition of a number of great old sports films. Obviously, Rudy. The Rookie, which, by the way, was produced by Mark Giardi, our producer, who's a prolific and amazing producer of sports films. He was an MLB pitcher.
Oh, wow.
And then he transitioned over to the film business and, write and do what you know, right? So he knew great sports stories. So he ended up making movies like The Rookie and one of my favorite sports films of all time, Miracle.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Do you believe in miracles? Just classic sports film. Right. And, these are things that fire us up, man. I'm a dyed-in-the-wool sports fan. I love sports. I could watch guys pitch quarters against the sidewalk and I'd root for it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Honestly,
we're based in
competitive.
We're based in Kansas City, so when you have a Patrick Mahomes to root for, it's tough to lose sight of that for sure. The movie is called The Senior. It's in theaters now. And Michael, before you get out of here, can we get one impression from you? Give us one impression. I know you do a bunch of impressions.
Oh, geez. You know what? I'm not going to do an impression. Because you referenced it before. So here's what I'll leave you guys with.
Okay.
It's clobbering time.
Thank you, man. Great to talk to you.
A pleasure.
You've been listening to Celebrity Salute. Celebrity Salute is produced by Brainstorm Media and distributed by National Defense Network, with host Randy Miller and executive produced by Nate Herron. Be sure to visit us at nationaldefensenetwork.com. This podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also say, Alexa, play the National Defense Network podcast.